Okay, this is a missed opportunity last time because I was like, after I left our last meeting, I'm like, I didn't interview her. What is wrong with me? We're talking about a hotshot VC right here. Just kind of a person who's involved in many elements and components of the ecosystem. Nice catch. Good catch, guys. Who are you? What's your name?
Hi, I'm Courtney Carlyle. I'm an impact investment consultant, and I work in food and ag tech.
You're like a machine. That was really good. It was boom, boom, boom. I just want to say one thing. Courtney Carlyle sounds like an actress's made-up name. It's like too good of a name. You know what I mean? Like Courtney Cox. Like, it's not. Is that really her name? I doubt it. Like, you know, Courtney Carlyle just sounds like a.
It's actually Courtney Carlyle Carden. So.
I'm just saying. I know that's why your Facebook confused me.
Yeah.
I was like, where is she? She's not on Facebook. She's one of those people who doesn't have a Facebook account. Anyway, no, but I'm just saying you have a good name. It's a very good, very commercial name. So give me your background. What's your story?
So I started off my life in corporate law. I ended up moving into democratic politics and then went back to corporate law, started a nonprofit, and then realized that impact investing was probably a great place to use some private sector resources to make some positive impact.
I'm on the fence whether to go there right now where I'm about to go, but I'm going to go there. You say democratic politics. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Sure. I left my law firm to go work for Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign in 2016. I was on her legal team, handling a variety of novel legal issues, and
that must have been interesting.
It was fascinating.
Okay, that's about all the politics I can handle for one day, especially given all the political crap going on in Israel. All right, so talk to me about the impact investment. What do you do now?
So now I have spent the year basically consulting with impact investors and facilitating deal flow for people who want to leverage private capital, family offices, VC, to use their money to make a positive impact and also significant financial returns.
So it's funny, because you've done a lot of things, none of them were communication, and yet you're a master communicator.
Well, you know, I'm a lawyer and I worked in politics, so it comes with the...
Fair point. Do you like write speeches? You should have written speeches. Maybe if you had written your speech, you should be president today. Not expressing any opinion, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm just saying, maybe if you had written your speeches. Okay, so you work with a specific VC?
Right now I'm working with Hannah Ventures.
Tell me about them.
So they are based in Tel Aviv and New York. It's an amazing team. They are building out their ag and food tech portfolio, so I'm working with them on that. We have a lot of great Israeli-US founder combinations. You're wearing the brand right now of one of our great companies, SeeTree. We have Redefined Meat, which actually presented yesterday at the Food Tech IL conference, doing amazing things.
Hey, you're about to experience my ADD in action. You ready?
Ready.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Hear me out, because this is you're not gonna know where I'm going with this, but hear me out. Here's a story. When Airbnb had that whole falling out with Israel, with the West Bank and all that, not going there, but I'm just gonna mention something that I wasn't allowed to talk about back then. They brought some executives to Israel. I had the opportunity to sit with them. I'm not gonna mention names, but people who make policy. Anyway, the discussion was about whether or not this was an anti-Semitic decision. And he's like, listen, we're not an anti-Semitic company. We love Israel. And I said to him, a person who's not Jewish, again, not mentioning names, I said to him, let me teach you something. I said, I bet you didn't think you're gonna come to this meeting and learn Torah. He's like, huh? I'm like, let me teach you something. In Judaism, in Halacha, in Jewish law, I, as an observant Jew, cannot walk into like a non-kosher McDonald's, even if it's just to go to the bathroom, because then another observant Jew might say, oh, Hillel's in McDonald's, it must be kosher, and go in and eat because of me. It's called marit ayin. It's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Basically, like, don't make a false impression on someone. Okay, fine, where am I going with this? You don't know. Ag tech has a problem.
Ag tech has a problem.
Ag tech has a problem.
Okay.
Because 9 out of 10 people, when I say the word ag tech, they're like, you work in ag tech?
Interesting. So impact has the same problem?
No, because impact, when I say the word ag tech, people hear ad tech.
Yeah.
And no one likes ad tech.
Or ed tech.
Well, ad tech's okay, but
no, they hear ed tech.
Yeah, but ag and ad sound so much alike, so it's like we have to come up with a better term. I know that was a really roundabout say, but it was a cool story, though, right?
It was a good story.
Like a 1 to 10. How cool is that story?
Like 7.5.
So let me bring it up to a 10. You ready?
Ready.
When Airbnb reversed the decision,
that
dude wrote me and he said, I just want to tell you something. I can never look at McDonald's the same way again. Coolest thing ever.
10 out of 10.
10? Oh, baby. Fist bump. Love it. Okay, listen. So I just have a problem with ag tech. When I say ag tech, people hear ag tech, and I'm like, no. Ag with a G.
Have you tried agritech?
Yeah, so I should do that. You know who else has that problem? People that have weird spellings of their domain, like their website. They're like, yeah, our domain is Fiverr, but skip the E, or whatever.
And add an R. It's fine.
It's like, yeah, exactly right. I had a call with them this morning, actually. I love Fiverr. Okay, you see what my ADD in action? That's what I'm talking about.
It's great. I love it.
I love it. You're also equal energy. All right, listen. You're having a good time. You're based here now. You're based there. What's your story?
I'm based in the clouds. I go where the work calls.
How often are you?
I'm heading back to the States in October, and then in November I will probably head back here. Might do another visit down under soon. So
if someone wants to follow your work, wants to get in touch, whatever, social media or your website, whatever it may be, what's the best place to do that?
yeah, I'm on Twitter, CC Carden, so all 3 C's. Also on Instagram and Facebook.
Love it. Follow her. She's a rock star. Thanks. There is an individual by the name of Spiro. We were inseparable in high school. Like, we were like brothers. We still are, by the way, just FYI, but now he's a hotshot lawyer, and he introduced me to Nadav, who actually, we have 80 other different directions that we're connected, and now we're together in the AgTech space, in the AgTech event, and there's that. So tell me about you. Who are you? What's your name? What do you do? Talk to me.
I'm Nadav Berger, born and raised in Israel. Third generation of a family that actually started the food industry along with other families like the Strausses, the Proppers. So my late grandfather came to Israel in 1934.
Wow.
And he started the oil business in Israel, so edible oil, fats, margarines, and we became the largest vendors of those stuff, so providing B2B ingredients to the food industry, so got to know all the industry, third generation. And then I'm a typically entrepreneur, so I'm kind of your guy, so I'm running funds now, but you know, I can...
You're investing now? What are you doing? Tell me what you're doing now.
So I got into technology, food technology 13 years ago, so I co-founded a company named Food Lab, which is an application lab. We develop new products globally, including a couple of unicorns. And when I saw that we're creating tons of value to other people's, businesses, brands, I said, well, we have to have the means to invest and be part of the party. So I started my first fund named Fuld Capital, in which Israel is the lawyer. So was the lawyer.
Love it.
And Fuld Capital is doing quite well. We invested in Duma Talk, InnovaPro, Next Firm, top companies in Israel. And then I met my business partner. His name is Eric Sieber, who grew up at Nestle from Switzerland. And Eric joined the corporate fund of Nestle, managed by Inventages.
Right.
That's a 750 million euro fund of one, and he did it for 18 years, and he had the vision to do something a little bit different. We met and we decided to do maybe the global anchor fund for food tech. This is what we're doing.
Amazing. I'm assuming you're also investing in agriculture as well.
Not too much, but we look at it for sure, because one of our venture partners is the legend of the agri space, and this is Professor Howard Shapiro, UC Davis, 19 years, Chief Agriculture Officer of Mars. So
wow. Okay. Here, I mean, this is ag tech. I guess food and ag go hand in hand, so makes sense. But in any case, so most of your focus right now is deploying capital, it's investing. Are you still building something yourself?
No. We created 2 funds, but it's not a regular funds. And the story gets complicated, but it's exciting. So we became a member in the EIT Food Consortia. Now, what is EIT Food Consortia? This is
big brands.
Yeah, it's a public-private initiative backed by the European Union with a budget of 1.6 billion euros over 7 years in cash and kind. But the main thing is that it's kind of a friends club. So we have 55 members. We're the only financial fund manager in it because there is kind of non-official exclusivity. So we have there Nestle, PepsiCo, Givaudan, DSM, John Deere, Strauss, of course, Technion, the best academia of Europe, ETH Zurich, APFL, TUM, Technion of Munich. And we are there because we heard that they want to have a seed fund to invest in Europe and Israel. And we applied to manage it, and few of the members in EIT Food already committed to put money in. So actually it's going to be the most centric seed fund maybe in the world. Wow. But our idea, actually we made it a little bit more complicated because we said seed is nice, but what do you do after? If you allocate 20, 30, 40 great investments in Europe and Israel, you should have the means to follow on.
Right.
And this is why we created Nutrition, N-E-W, Nutrition, which is a follow-on fund, Series A and Plus, which we had a first close in June, and we did already 2 investments. So
incredible. That is super awesome.
I'm very excited.
Yisrael was right about you. In any case, this doesn't exempt us from having a cup of coffee. We need to have a cup of coffee also. Where do you live?
Means.
Love you?
About 2 blocks from here.
Oh, really? All right, we'll do it, man. It's fantastic. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I know you're busy.
Have a good summit.
Thanks. Okay, we have a very close friend of SeeTree in the house. What's your name?
Oscar Chemerinsky.
Okay, Oscar Chemerinsky. Where are you from? global? I mean,
that's a difficult question. I was born in Argentina.
Right.
I lived in Israel for a few years, and then for the last 30 years, I've been in the U.S. in Washington, based in Washington D.C.
Oh, beautiful! I love that place. Okay, cool. Give me 35 seconds. What's your background? What's your story? Talk to me.
I'm not sure where I should start, but I moved from Argentina to Israel, spent 3 years here in Israel, finished high school in Israel, went back to Argentina, did undergraduate in Argentina, and then moved to do my graduate MBA in the US, and from there I joined an investment bank in the US. I was posted 3 years in Brazil in Sao Paulo, and then I went back to the US, Washington DC. I joined the IFC, the International Finance Corporation, the private sector arm of the World Bank Group. I did many things in many regions, but the last 15 years with the IFC, I was mostly on the agri side of the investments.
Wow, so you're like a dominant figure in the agriculture space. Everyone here is for agriculture. You're probably one of the most senior guys in this entire conference. What are you focused on today?
I cannot endorse that statement, but
I said it, not
thank
you.
you for that. Thank you for that. I left, by the way, I left the IFC about 2 years ago, and since then I've been working in some of the ag tech companies, and working part-time as an advisor to Startup Nation Central, which is a great organization.
Beautiful. We love Startup Nation Central. Well, first of all, thank you for all the help that you've given SeeTree and Barak and Israel and everything. I'm an advisor at the company. I love those guys. But
I love them too.
I think, I want to know your thoughts on the ag tech space, high level, because to me, I think this is one of the industries, even though it's not like a new up and coming, it's already hot, but I feel like this is going to become one of the hottest industries across the whole technology sector. That's my opinion. What do you think?
I agree with that statement. I must say I was 15, 20 years working on the agri side, but more on the traditional part of the agri side, whether it's animal husbandry, dairy, wheat, soy. So I was not that exposed to everything happening in the ag tech side. I left IFC and suddenly spending about a third of my time in Israel now, and to see what's happening here in the ecosystem, ag tech ecosystem, is just incredible. The number of inventions that you see, and just to turn on that note, and just following up on your comment, is that what I see is that a lot of the delta, a lot of the growth, a lot of improvement in yields, a lot of the improvements in sustainability, a lot of improvement of the quality will be coming not that much from traditional agriculture, but rather from what you're seeing here on the ag tech side of the spectrum.
I love it. So, I often say that Israel traditionally was very good at cyber because of the military and many other reasons. But today, it's pretty accurate to say that Israel is the dominant player in every single vertical of technology. And ag tech is just an example that when if you talk to people in Silicon Valley, you might, that you'd ask them about Israel, they'd say, oh yeah, Israel's great at cyber, Israel's great. They would never say Israel is a dominant player in ag tech, but the reality is that we are.
Yes.
And it's fascinating. Look around here. I mean, you can't walk an inch here without incredible inventions everywhere you look. And I'm seeing bee companies, AI companies in the bee space. I'm seeing robotics right behind us. It's just, drones and AI, SeeTree. It's just across the whole spectrum. It's unbelievable to see.
It is. I agree. Just amazing. It's incredible how you're adopting technology from other areas. I was talking to a PhD in mathematics from Oxford University that suddenly is applying algorithms, artificial intelligence to the agri side. So it's just incredible to see that those synergies.
I appreciate your passion. You're maybe the only person more passionate about Israeli tech than me. So I love it. It's
my pleasure.
Music to my ears.
My pleasure.
It's fantastic to connect with you.
Very
and
nice
listen, I'm going to ask Barak to connect us by email. Anything I can do to help with all your different projects. Sounds like you're doing some incredible things, and I'm very excited that we got the chance to meet. But let's have a cup of coffee next time, or bring me to Argentina so I can have some good steak.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
I heard it's good meat in Argentina.
Excellent meat.
I'm a carnivore.
Yeah, but with a kippah, we may have only 1 or 2 places to eat good meat in Argentina. I can give you those. I can give you the address of that place.
I'm going to take you up on that. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Great to meet you. Take care. You too. Okay, how many people that you walked over today at this conference today, first word they said to you is great mustache? How many people?
I have to tell you, it's a pretty limited cohort, and I'm pretty sure, and you'll have to help me with the math there, but I think the total was 1.
That would be me. Hold on, let's make sure we're in focus here. There we are. 1 second.
I knew it was someone I'd met, so that was you. Okay.
Who are you? What's your name?
My name's Todd Dollinger. I'm the chairman and CEO of the Trendlines Group.
Okay, we're going to talk about that in a second. Give me your background. Where are you from?
I'm originally from the States.
Where?
Midwest, originally Chicago, and lived a long time in Kansas City. So
I was just in Chicago, actually.
I went from the Midwest to the Mideast.
Love it. Okay, and how long have you been in Israel?
Almost 30 years.
Me too. 26.
Yeah? Okay.
But you just do this in
So
Hebrew.
you need to be more respectful toward me because I've been here longer.
It's true. I need to be respectful anyway because you have a great mustache. But okay. All right. So what is this? What is Trendlines? Give me. I don't pretend I know nothing. I know something, but pretend I know nothing.
Okay. So we're an investment company.
May I drink while we're talking? Is that okay?
Yes,
you could
but it's only Coke though.
I know, but you don't know what's in here though.
It's true. It's true. Okay. So we're life
There are
science
children
investors.
watching. It's just Coke. Okay.
Be careful how you say that. That you got Coke there. Okay.
Oh man, I can't, today you can't say anything safe.
No, you can't. You can't.
Okay.
Okay, so we're life sciences investors. We invest in two areas. We invest in medical devices, and we also invest in agri-food and agri-tech, which is, of course, what our conference is all about today. And we invest in two countries. We invest in Israel and Singapore.
Love it. You say your investment vehicle or body, whatever you called it, but it's not the traditional investment.
You're absolutely right. We're not a standard VC.
Right.
We are early stage investors. We actually create companies. A smart guy comes to us with an idea. We start a company with them. We license technologies from universities and research institutions. If we see an unmet market need, that we can take that technology, and we have an in-house innovation group called Trendlines Labs.
So you're an incubator.
We own incubators. We're an investment company that owns incubators so that we can house and grow our companies.
Wow. Give me some numbers. How big are you? How big is this organization?
Well, today we are invested in 54 companies. We've actually started 100 companies in the last 12 years.
Wow, that's legit.
This is what we do for a living.
I love it. Sounds incredible. You're based up north.
We indeed are. We're located in the Misgav region.
Love it.
In a business park.
Do you only work with companies up north, or are you working across the country?
Well, during at least the first 2 to 3 years of one of our investments' lives, they're located in our facilities. That's because our business model is a little bit different in that we are completely integrated with our companies, and so we have a staff of more than 40 people. So we're involved in business development, technology development, and obviously finance, because we're always the first investor in our companies, and we typically continue to invest in our companies as they grow.
Here's a gift. Here's a present from me to you. You are a full stack investment vehicle. We like that.
Yeah, did that in software terms there, did you?
Love it.
Full stack. Okay.
Love it. Listen, this is fascinating. I definitely need to hear more. So let's have a cup of coffee sometime, or a steak, or both, whatever you prefer. But yeah, I've been following on Twitter. I follow some of your team members. Sounds like you're doing incredible things, and perhaps I can send you some interesting companies that I come across as well, because my inbox is, for me, I don't know if you saw, but I write a weekly column on the J Post.
Yep.
A lot about medical, a lot about medical devices, a lot of, mobile ODTs.
I know exactly who you are. Exactly.
Oh, wow, I'm honored.
Your reputation precedes you, and it's not so awful, actually.
If my wife's watching, fantastic to meet you. Thank you so much. Great to meet you, man. So far today, we have had the organizers of this event. We've had some of the biggest investors behind this event and behind the tech companies here, but here we have the mayor of this event. Can I call you that?
I would prefer to be just something that's more part of the ecosystem, right? So a contributor.
So I always talk about the correlation between greatness and humility, and this is a perfect example, because what we have is the keynote speaker of this event, right? That makes you the mayor. That's it. I just crowned you the mayor of this event. Who are you? What's your name?
So I'm Bob Reiter, and I lead R&D for Bayer Crop Science.
Okay, so wow. Tell me about you. Where are you from geographically? What's your background? Let's hear your elevator pitch.
Yeah, so kid that grew up in Canada, actually grew up in the city, so I don't have an ag background, had to learn everything on the fly.
Wow.
Went to school to be an economist, ended up in agriculture, so you never know what can happen to you. I was trained as a plant breeder, but never practiced plant breeding, and I've kind of always been somebody working on the interface between various scientific disciplines. So.
Wow. So you said your title is?
Head of R&D.
Head of R&D. Okay, so because from what I heard before, correct me if I'm wrong, you also have, let's call it a business mind, for lack of a better term. You're not just like a typical engineer. So that's at least my impression. So it's an interesting that, that your title is specifically R&D. Okay, so give me like the last, how long have you been at the company?
So Bayer affiliate for about 22 years.
Wow. People don't stay in the same place for 23 years today. We're all ADD. It's like,
well, I was a victim of acquisition, but that was a good thing. So
victim of acquisition. That is a great term. I'm going to use that. Victim of acquisition. That's great. Okay. Well, let's go back 22 years. Before that, where were you?
Started my career actually about 30 years ago. Worked for a small company at first, and then worked for DuPont for a number of years, before joining Monsanto and then eventually Bayer.
Incredible. Is this your first time in Israel?
No, it's not actually.
Come here often?
It's been my third time, I think.
Love it. What do you think?
Oh, I love going to Israel. You know, I mean, first of all, there's the cultural element, but then there's the passion about agriculture, right? And for such a small country, it kind of, what is it? It fights above its weight.
I like it.
In the space.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, listen, I often say, I can't say this enough, you know, people talk about Israel as a technology superpower. They usually focus on, you know, let's call it military, they focus on cyber, they focus on, and those things, you know, stand on their own, you know, their own right. But when it comes to agriculture and several other verticals and sectors, it's incredible to see. I mean, this is today's, you know, conference is a perfect illustration of that. The level and the caliber of innovation in this tiny little country is just completely outrageous. I don't really know, like I often try to find a good adjective to describe when I give talks to delegations, and I say to them, like, you know, it's borderline miraculous. It really is.
Well, I think it's a reflection of, I would say, a cultural importance that's placed on education.
Oh, interesting.
Right, and then also I think on innovation itself, right? So all those other sectors you just described, highly, highly innovative.
Right.
And maybe a little bit of mother necessity, right? So Israel's not the most blessed country in the world as it comes to arable land for agriculture.
We're in a bad neighborhood.
You do the best with what you got, and
100%.
That takes ingenuity.
100%. Well, it really is an honor. I know you're super busy. Like I said, you're the mayor of this event, so I don't want to keep you for too long, but, you know, next time you're back here, or even when you're not back here, if there's ever anything I can do to help on the marketing front or introductions to amazing Israeli companies, I super appreciate your insights, and anything I can do to help you would be an honor. So good luck with everything, and thank you. Appreciate
that.
Appreciate your time.
No problem. It's always great to be part of an ecosystem.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
See ya.
Take care.
I'd like to welcome the last presenter, certainly not the least, for Agrivest 2019 competition, Israel Talpaz of SeeTree.
Hello everybody, my name is Israel Talpaz and I'm the CEO and co-founder of SeeTree. SeeTree is all about optimizing fruit production and tree health while transforming permanent crop farming along the way. We do this by providing intelligence for every single tree for many millions of trees worldwide at a cost of about 10 cents per tree per year. Simply put, farmers today do not have the quality of data that can really enable the optimization of their fruit production. They virtually have no IT, no digital information. They use their eyes and legs, and the trees are analog entities. We aim to change all of this at the core. So our first focus is to show our customers, the growers, where they lose money.
I saw Brazilian real in one of the slides, so very short question. Which orchard or species of trees did you get the most savings for a farmer in Brazil up to now, historically?
We actually, our biggest customer is a Brazilian citrus grower, I think the biggest in the world, and they just signed up for all of their land. And it's because we saw huge losses and recommended huge savings there. We're helping them to take it off. It's going to be a huge project.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle.
And it's a wrap. What a day. See you tomorrow.